Salut tout le monde. How are you today? My name is Anita Hart, and I am a Lions Club member in District 5M13, which is in Manitoba, Canada. My home club is the Portage La Prairie Lions Club, and I am proud to say that I am the first female lion to become president of that club. I'm also the current district governor for the same district, 5M13, and I am super honored to be holding that position at the moment. This year has been quite a different year for everybody involved, that's for sure. And I do have to say that even though there have been a lot of barriers and a lot of issues, there's been a lot of wonderful things too. Now, a little bit about me. I became a Lion 10 years ago, and I have been a part of 3 different clubs: the Beausejour Lions, the Elphinstone Lions, and currently the Portage La Prairie Lions. My home club right now has been around for 82 years now. They were chartered in 1938, so they've got a long history and a long friendship with the community that they're in, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. When I was still working, I was a member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, also known as the RCMP. I was there for 9 years, and I did have to leave because of medical issues, but that's okay because I had lots of fun and I had fulfilled a dream of mine, which was to become a police officer since I was a little kid, really. I had a lot of fun. I learned so much. I want to say thank you to everybody for the invitation to being here and for all of you to be a part of this wonderful symposium. New Voices is an amazing program that wants to draw out new voices, new membership, having all of our voices heard, quite literally, voices heard. So it's wonderful to be a part of something as amazing and far-reaching as this. And on top of everything, I want to say thank you so much for everybody for being here to share your stories. And please take home all of our stories and share them too. But most important is I would love for you to be able to share your story with your people and your communities. Post them on Facebook. There's lots of global websites with our Lions, our Facebook pages and things like that. So sharing your story is a very, very big deal. A little bit about mine. Well, like you know, I was a Royal Canadian Mounted Police officer, and there were a lot of different things that happened to me during my career. A lot of obstacles, actually, and that's mostly why I'm speaking today, is the different barriers that I had, not necessarily growing up, but in achieving different goals. Now, I know a lot of you have had some sort of a barrier, either in your mind, from your friends and family, or from actually something physical to stop you from achieving your goals. The mind is a funny little thing. You can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And when it becomes apparent that your mind is trying to stop you from doing what you want to do, then you need to kind of give it a bit of a shake and a wake-up call and say, that's not how we're doing things around here. So we need to change our mindsets. We need to change how we talk to one another. Because a lot of times how we talk to ourselves is certainly not how we would talk to a friend. From the friends and family side of things, unfortunately, there are people who don't want us to do better. There are people who are jealous of how well we're doing, or just the fact that we've set goals and we're actually achieving them. This is craziness, right? Those people, we need to prove them wrong. We need to prove to ourselves that we can do all of these things. And for the physical things, well, you just have to figure out how to skirt around it, jump over it, blow it up, whatever you need to do, it's going to happen, right? With the RCMP, it took a lot for me to get in there. 18 months. A lot of physical things. I failed the physical test, I don't know how many times, I think 4 or 5 times. Eventually I got it. Eventually I got in there. And While I was there, I had a number of trials and tribulations as well, because I didn't learn things the way everybody else did. I had to ask my facilitators to help me out by teaching me differently from how they taught the other 29 people in my troop. Eventually they figured it out. We figured it out together as to how I could do things in order to understand better. And eventually I graduated, which was an amazing time. I always wanted to help somebody, or help people in general, actually, just like my parents do and did. My dad was a police officer and my mom was a nurse. So helping people pretty much runs in our family. I know that they had a lot of trials too. Becoming the first female president of my club, I had some pushback. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't a cakewalk. I mean, the club had been around for almost 80 years by the time I had decided that I wanted to become president. And they'd never had a female president before. I know a lot of the members were frightened about that. I mean, this was certainly not status quo, but I did it. I eventually figured out how we needed to do things, and I did it. And I think I did pretty good. Becoming district governor, that was difficult for me too, because I was scared. Oh my gosh, was I ever scared? I didn't know how I was going to do things. If I was going to be a good district governor, would I be able to make the proper decisions? All those kinds of things. And compound on top of all of that, my disability with the RCMP. I have something called PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. A lot of times, I'm afraid to go in public. I get scared. My anxiety goes through the roof, and I don't know if I'm going to cry or if I'm going to lash out violently. These things were all barriers for me. I didn't know how I was going to be able to do things. Luckily for me, I was able to obtain a fantastic little partner in a service dog. Her name is Jetty, and she's a beautiful black lab. And by the way, she is a Lions Club member too. She does have her name tag. She is my partner in service in my district governor year. She helps me so much. She helps me get out of my head. She helps me physically get into the public and into meetings and, things like that. So for me, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter what you have going on in your life. There's always going to be a barrier. A lot of times we just need to stop, look at the whole picture, and then we'll be able to better make another game plan, if you will. Always make those plans. Always go around and figure out all of the little details, all the things that need to be done in order to get you past this hurdle. Try not to listen to the voice in your head. Try not to listen to the naysayers. You need to do what's right for you. And as far as being a Lion is concerned, goodness knows I've learned so much as to what I can do and how I can help other people. So thank you very much for absolutely everybody for being here. And thank you for the committee for this symposium. You ladies have been a godsend and a fantastic group to work with. And I thank you very much for all of your help and your support. Thank you, everybody. Try to remember to do one little small thing every day to make somebody's day a better place. A smile, hold the door open, all that kind of stuff. Just a little thing makes the world a difference for somebody. Thank you so much. Love and hugs to everybody. Mwah. Kindness matters.